It told me to rotate the device, so I guess I cannot hold my device the other way, whatever, YouTube. Okay, so last night, first let me talk about bus travel in Korea. So in Korea, we take buses, you take the bus like everywhere, right? I can take the bus. I take the bus sometimes to E-Mart, which is a grocery store here. I take the bus to the hospital for this lovely thing. I take the bus to my Korean class in Mumak. Yeah, so I love taking the bus. I've become amazing at taking the bus because of the Kakao Map app. Also, Google Maps also works really well with bus schedules in Korea. But thanks to the Kakao Map app, I can see the time of how long it will take for a bus to come. Hello, whoever's watching. So I can see how long it will take for a bus to come. So I really love that. So I can plan that bus not going to be there for 15 minutes. It only takes me 5 minutes to walk to the bus stop. Depending on which one it is. And so I could be like, okay, well, I can leave the house in another 5 minutes, which is great. If I'm like, okay, well, I need to stop at the convenience store, grab water, juice, something, I can do that. But the reason why I like taking the bus versus taxi is price. So taxis have a base fee of 2,800, so Icheon Palbaekwon. So I don't want to take that because that 2,800, that actually is food. That is food money, guys. I can get pretty decent little food like tteokbokki, which I love eating for that price. Or I can get little chicken sticks for 1,500 won, so 1,500 won. I can get food with that money. So I always think about it. I say, even though the taxi's faster, I would really much rather have that money to buy more food because I love food. So that's really why I take the bus a lot now. So what happened last night was I went to my Korean class in Mumak, and it's at the Waegukin Community Center, Foreigner Community Center. I can't think of the full name. But once we finish our class, we all come downstairs. We had to sign on a board, where we want to be dropped off, because the teachers there take us home. Not home to our home, but they take us to a location that is easy for most of us to get home. So we go to the bus station in town, the Gosok bus terminal, Shiway bus terminal. Gosok bus is express bus, and Shiway bus terminal is the intercity bus terminal. So we get dropped off in the area right there. Some of the students live right there, and the rest of us have to take another bus to go home. Or one girl, if she doesn't drive her car, she has to take the express bus back to Chuncheon, which is an hour away from us. And I'm like, whoa, that's intense. But last night we got dropped off, and I had to walk across the street to take my bus. So I'm looking at Kakao Map, and my phone battery's at 10%, okay? So my battery's almost gone. And I'm just and Lily's asleep. She's in the carrier on me, and she's asleep. And I'm like, okay, it's really cold out here. The temperature dropped so much, so much last night. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I was freezing. I was I didn't wear enough clothes. So that was not really fun. And so I'm walking really fast. I'm okay, I just got to keep Lily warm. That's my biggest concern, is keeping her warm and making sure she doesn't get sick. So I'm holding her and making sure her jacket's up over her head. And I didn't bring the blanket this time because her blanket was drying at the house. So I was darn it, I didn't bring the other blanket. I should have brought it. But what I did was I just, used my arms and tried to wrap around her face as much as I could. And I, made sure her pants were down. And we got over to the bus stop. I'm looking and I'm okay, Okay, I see there's 2 buses coming that go to Moose Jaw Elementary. Moose Jaw Elementary is like the stop that's closest to where I live, and the one that I like go to Moonmonk. So I'm like, okay, that one's not far from me. That's the main stop. Like, that's the stop I really need. That's the closest, shortest walk to my house. So, oh my gosh, I don't know what happened, but anyway, it said bus 8 was going to come in 10 minutes. And bus 30 was coming in 5 minutes. So I was like, 10 minutes? I was like, okay, I definitely know bus 8 because I know that number. But I've seen bus 30 in my area. So I know bus 30 comes around my area. That's fine. I'll take bus 30. So I look at the map and I see, okay, the little location thing says that I'm on the right side. So I get on that bus because it came and it was so warm on that bus. Oh, it was so amazingly warm. So I was so happy. But the bus starts going, and for my direction, the bus is supposed to go down straight and take a left. This bus did not. No. This bus went down straight and took a right. A right is how I go to Moonmonk, where I just came from. So as soon as the bus was like, I realized the bus was still in the right lane, I said, oh my gosh, what's going on? And my phone battery is down to like 6% now. So I'm like, and sometimes my phone decides to shut off, at like 5%. So I was really, really nervous because I'm like, I don't know any other buses that I can get if I'm going the wrong way. And also, I didn't have money to like transfer again. I was using the last of my money that I had on that bus card, which I only put 5 on 2 days ago. No, last Thursday, because I went to the hospital again Friday. So I had to buy a whole new bus card, which is 4,000. So $4, 4,000 Sacheon. And then I put Ocheon on it, so I put $5 on it, and I went to the hospital and came back, and that was like minus $2.40, so 2,400 Icheon Sabek-won. And oh my gosh, I'm saying so many numbers. It seems so weird. But yeah. So I only had, a little bit, and I already went to Moonmonk, but I got to transfer for free. So that's the best part about buses. If you need to transfer, you scan your T-Money card, it's called, and you scan it when you get on the bus, and that takes the money off the card. And then if you scan it when you get off the bus, it says Hapcha, and that is transfer. So that means you can transfer for free to the next bus. I was told that the city buses you can transfer, I think, 2 times free. I don't really remember if it's 2 or 3 or if it's but I know it's more than 1. But in the major cities like Seoul, you can only transfer once. And like the transfer here in the smaller towns is, I believe it's 30 minutes because they have less buses, but in Seoul it's only like 10 minutes transfer time. So you have to really like learn it if you want to be in Seoul and use buses to save money. You can do that. But so the bus is going the wrong way, and I'm trying to look up quickly on my phone, like, where am I going? So I look at it, and this map is telling me I need to transfer 2 times. And I was like, I cannot transfer twice. I don't have money to transfer twice on this card, and I don't have cash on me. I don't have really cash that I can get out of the bank right now. So I said, what am I going to do? So I just got off at the next stop. I got off on the next stop, and I started running with Lily on me, and I'm like holding her, and I have my bag and her bag, and holding her, and we're running, and I ran for like 5 minutes back. So I ran back to the Goseok bus terminal in the freezing cold. I think it was like 35 degrees Fahrenheit last night. Like, it was really cold. So I'm like, I couldn't feel my hands very well, and this thumb was so frozen. Like, it hurt so badly last night, and it did not look good this morning when she was cleaning it. It looked really purple, actually. I was like, oh, is that just like how it looks? Or it looks worse than it did 3 days ago. So I'm like, I hope it's not because of the cold. But I ran all the way back to the Goseok bus terminal, and it was so miserable being out there. Then I had to sit for another like 10 minutes to wait for the next bus. So I sat for another 10 minutes to wait for the next bus. And I was just like, this is not good. I was like, and everyone's like just staring at me. Like people moved so I could sit down, but I didn't want to sit down. I needed to stand and like keep moving. But then I saw that bus 5 is 5-2, which I take 5-2 sometimes to go where? Where do I go with 5-2? Like if I want to go to AK Plaza, like I'll take 5-2 that way and get off at Koolong apartment. It's just some apartment complex on the way. So I'll get off on that and like walk over to AK Plaza. But yeah, it was miserable. But I got on the bus. I made it on my bus and I did not have to pay because I hit the transfer thing. And then I got off at my stop at Mushilcho and walked the like 8 minutes walk. And then I went to the GS and told this story to the lady in there. She just laughed and said, I'm glad you made it. Of course, I have to speak to her in Korean because she doesn't know English. So, yeah, I just made a lot of friends in our town, and I'm really grateful for those that I have made. Lily is speaking. Let's see Lily. And who is this watching? Who is watching? Can you say hi in the chat? In the chat? Lily, come here. I have clothes like hanging up. Okay. Hi. Lily, say hi. Hi. Chima. What? This is not a chima. This is a one piece. No, oh, it's Jenny. Teacher is hot saying Lily is saying hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Passy Bego. Passy Bego. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Who is that? I don't know who that other person was. No, it's Jenny. Who is A Fola? Hi. Nice to see you. Lily, what are you doing? I'm flying. You're flying? I'm flying. You're funny? I'm flying. What? Can you tell them what your name is? Chasai. No, what is your name? Eagle. Eagle is not your name. Chasai. Cecil is not your name. That's your age. Lily. Thank you. You're Lily. You're so silly. You want to sing Moana for them? Passy Bego. Passy Bego. Passy. Give me that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I know, baby, the water, but the apple, I wish I could eat it double. But I come back to the water. Oh. I know, baby, water, for the apple, I wish I could eat it double. Put it back in water. I tie me not tie. My baby perfect summer cannot go. Go to me for the water. Dive with it. Call me. Uh-oh, my connection is getting bad. I don't know why. What about Moana? Sing the Moana song. Moana. Oh. The title of the song is she was singing How Far I'll Go by Moana. All you need. Now she's singing Moana. Oh my gosh, I don't know the title. Moana. Not away. Make way. Make way. Is it over? Honey. It should make a way. Mommy, it should make way. Lily, it should make way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. My turn? For what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Moana, your turn. Moana, make way. Moana, it's time you knew. The village of Otonu is all you need. The village are practicing the dance to an ancient song. They need a new song to show what glory need. Oh my gosh! But anyways, I'm gonna go because teacher did a workout today. So I finished my workout and I came to tell my story about how I got on the wrong bus. But anyways, bye students. I will see you tomorrow. And my battery's dying. Oh my gosh, bye. How do I stop it? Stop!